What's shaking, folks? Back with another reaction, back with some more Alison Moyet, and we're returning to Essex, 1994. Thank you, as always, to Seb, and indeed, there's a few more tunes to go on the proper album, and it's interesting because on Discogs there's 2 additional tracks listed, but put separate from the normal tunes on the record. Nevertheless, above and beyond that, Seb has included a number of additional bonus tracks, including some different remixes, including a Vince Clarke remix of Whispering Your Name, which I'm very keen to hear. In any case, the next track is Another Living Day. Do I have that right? Yes, Another Living Day. So it's an intriguing title. I don't quite know how to read the middle part, which is to say, is it another day alive? Is the day itself very vital and vibrant and thus living compared to maybe some other days which are colder, more inert, or otherwise dead? So yes, I feel like there's some clear sense of figurative meaning afoot. I just don't quite know how to place it, so I'll see what I can catch on a first listen. This is Alison Moyet. The tune is Another Living Day, and it's from her 1994 album Essex.
September, bloom golden bars, fake nights and sleep all days. I made my way to meet you, by then the air changed, and you would see me everywhere. And they sparkled and shine like me, like you said I used to. Another magic day is one night you took me driving, you covered everyone, the shades that I had never seen. You said someone had left you, you tried your very best, on silver cloudy I see, saying stay and leaving me, when I'm all that you need. Another magic day is lost on you, and all the love falls through your fingers. Another living day, lost and on you. If you could feel it now, warmer than the gentle skies, my spirit's burning just like the blazing cheeks on the face of a young child, and it's wild. Another magic day is lost on you, and all the love falls through your fingers. Another living day, lost on you. Another magic day. Another living day. Another living day. Another living day.
That's a fun tune, and as ever, Alison's vocals are highly engaging and they do show some range, which is interesting because not only is she down in her lower tones for a lot of the lines, but then rises up a little bit in some of her belts, or at least slightly more forceful delivery moments. But there's some times in the song where she seems to be singing deliberately out of the rhythmic pocket, almost like a improvisational jazz singer where they're singing the melody, but they're kind of adjacent to it in terms of the rhythm. They're, slowing down and speeding up in a way that goes outside what the melody or the instruments or the non-vocal sonics are doing. So that caught my ear. And then also there are some other aspects, like the guitar, kind of has that pop rock energy, not in a bad way. It just kind of has that comfortable groove to it. It's a consonant, warm, like enjoyable type of melodic run that's carried by the guitar. But I was really focusing on, I think it was a hi-hat. It could be a ride cymbal, but I think it was the hat. But it was sort of double time and just, it could even be like a tambourine or something, but there was a higher end percussive element that was keeping like a double time, and the whole song, my brain was really cued in on that, which is an indication of just, someone who's listened to techno for his whole life. Certain drum parts, especially when they are at a slightly different rhythmic pace, still in rhythm with the other sonic details, but seemingly at a double time pace, they do catch my ear. So that part was, or I was really keyed into that aspect for most of the song. Lyrically, I'm not sure what's happening here. I mean, it's like she says she's going out to meet him, but then she's probably seen him everywhere recently. And what was the line? Another magic day lost on you, another living day, I think lost on you also. So that suggests that maybe this other person, maybe this guy is failing to appreciate the possibilities here, the opportunity, and not capitalizing on whatever situation or whatever interaction the narrator is facilitating, or at least allowing. So yeah, it's almost like she's seeing opportunity and experience on a level that is more significant or more dynamic than the other person is, or at least than the other person is responding to in terms of their actions. So yeah, I don't know the nature of their association, whether this going out to meet someone is literal, like physical, which, it could be functioning on multiple levels. Like, I'm going to meet you somewhere physically, I'm driving somewhere. And I think there was a line about like they were driving somewhere together maybe, but also going to meet someone emotionally, like, being face to face to them and, what should we do here? But again, if a day, whether magic or living, is lost on someone, then it sounds like they're failing to take hold of or capture whatever might be possible. So yeah, curious to hear what people have to say about the lyrics, but I enjoyed the bright, again, pop rock sort of feel to this one, and of course Alison vocals were very striking, even if it's not the biggest vocal delivery I've ever heard her do, or the heaviest and most melancholy. It was sort of, in a middle range and doing some different things along the way, including that jazz style rhythmic improvisation, or at least rhythmic eccentricity. So yeah, very much enjoyed it. Let me know what you think, and I'll see you for the next one. Peace.